Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to the Honorable Professor Dr. Ishaq bin Ahmad, Dean of Faculty of Science and Technology, Associate Professor Dr. Abdul Munir bin Abdul Murad, Deputy Dean of Postgraduate Studies, Heads and Coordinators of Postgraduate Programs, Administration Staff, and a warm welcome to our beloved new postgraduate students for Semester 1, Academic Session 2022-2023. I'm Nurul Ain Abdul Jalil, the MC for this event. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to congratulate and welcome all of the new postgraduate students to the Faculty of Science and Technology, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. To bless our ceremony this morning, I would like to invite Mr. Halim bin Muhammad Qasim to lead the recitation of Doa. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin. Sayyidina wa maulana Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ya Allah, sesungguhnya kami berhimpun pada hari ini bagi menyatakan kesyukuran di atas kurniaan-Mu yang tidak ternilai. Sama ada nikmat itu sedikit atau nikmat itu banyak melimpah ruah, sentiasalah jadikan kami hamba-hamba-Mu yang sentiasa bersyukur. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, berkatilah dan rahmatilah perhimpunan pada pagi ini. Khidmat pelajar Siswazah baharu sesi akademik 2022-2023 Fakulti Sains dan Teknologi. Eratkanlah hubungan silaturahim antara kami dalam suasana ceria dan harmoni. Ya Allah, Ya Alim, sesungguhnya kami juga di sini ingin menimba ilmu-Mu yang sangat luas bagi mengembangkan potensi kami sebagai hamba-Mu yang Engkau redai. Sinarilah hati-hati kami dengan cahaya dan hidayah-Mu. Ajarkan kami dengan ilmu-Mu, Ya Allah, dan berikanlah kefahaman kepada kami. Semoga dengannya kami mudah menerima dan menghayati serta mengamalkannya. Ya Allah, Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram, kurniakanlah apa kiranya kepada kami kesihatan anggota, kecergasan minda, ketenangan jiwa dan kekuatan semangat. Semoga dengannya kami mampu mendepani cabaran, berdaya saing dan mampu mengangkat martabat diri, keluarga, masyarakat, FST, UKM dan negara. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adzaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa baraka wa sallam. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Halim, for the pre-recitation. Ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed further, I would like to invite all of you to stand up to sing along the national anthem Negaraku and the university official song Varsity Kita. So everybody, please stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, for your information, this briefing today is organized to introduce new students to our postgraduate studies management team and also share information about postgraduate studies in the Faculty of Science and Technology. Before that, let us take you through a virtual tour of our faculty. Enjoy the video.
Saya Dekan Fakulti Sains dan Teknologi mengucapkan tahniah dan memalukan kedatangan semua pelajar baru ke Fakulti Sains dan Teknologi.
Okay, I hope the video give you a glimpse of our beloved faculty and inspire you to begin your study here. Okay, for our next agenda, I would like to invite the Honorable Professor Dr. Ishaq bin Ahmad, our Dean Faculty of Science and Technology, to deliver his welcoming speech. Please welcome, Prof.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nurul Ain, MC for this program today. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Associate Professor Dr. Abdul Munir Abdul Murad, Deputy Dean of Postgraduate, Faculty of Science and Technology, Top Management, Faculty of Science and Technology, Head and Coordinators of Postgraduate Programs, Professors, Academicians, and Support Staff, Faculty of Science and Technology, and all new postgraduate students for this semester, Semester 1, Academic Session 2022-2023. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good morning to all of you. Khabar? A very warm welcome to all students to the National University of Malaysia. After 2 years, we have run this event through online session due to COVID-19 outbreak. But today is a day we can meet face to face for this great event. It is both an honor and privilege to stand before you today and welcome you to this amazing program. Some of you may have in mind, did I make a right choice to be here? Betul ke kan nak sambung master PhD? Ada yang masih lagi berlawan dengan mindanya. Without a doubt, in fact, I can assure each and every one of you that you are here because you deserve to be. One day, most of you will be a great scholars. When I was in my PhD, during my PhD, I never imagined to be here as a dean for this faculty. So you can expect 15 years or maybe 10 years from now, you'll be top management in your department, in your faculty, in your agency, make a right decision, how to run a business, how to innovate a new thing for your company, for your agencies. So congratulations to all of you here. For the students who are foreigner, I would like to say selamat datang. Please enjoy your study and take opportunities to learn something from the culture and behavior of Malaysian people. You will see hundreds of food here, not only nasi lemak, roti canai, teh tarik, but also nasi mandi here in Malaysia, kebab, Korean food, Western food. How many are foreigners here in this hall? Ramai ada, one. Two. Okay. Because maybe some of them still waiting the visa and join this meeting through online session. My dear students, historically, Faculty of Science began with the establishment of University Kebangsaan Malaysia in 1970. With 5 departments, 16 academicians, and only 37 students. In 1982, the original Faculty of Science was split into several faculties, namely the Faculty of Physical and Applied Science, Faculty of Life Sciences, and Faculty of Mathematical Sciences. When the faculty was incorporated in 1998, agreement had been reached for the Faculty of Science and Technology to be established on 19th of July 1999 with the merging of 4 different faculties, namely Faculty of Physical and Applied Science, Faculty of Life Sciences, Faculty of Mathematical Sciences, and Faculty of Natural Resource Sciences. Nowadays, FST is one of the biggest faculty in UKM with more than 4,000 students and over 400 staff across 6 different departments. I'd like to share my pride in your selection to continue study for master and doctorate program in FST. FST is offering 41 master and doctorate programs with a total of 837 postgraduate students. In this semester alone, the faculty received a total of 131 admission for master and doctorate programs, and we are still waiting another 50 to 60 students. The members of this faculty are dedicated to the mission of the faculty and to the maintenance of a campus environment that supports academic excellence, independent of and cultural collaboration. I hope with the guidance from the supervisors, all students can analyze, make a thorough assessment, and apply the results of the research finding successfully. I encourage you to go forth in a spirit of exploration and adventure. Try new things. Choose provocative classes that expose you to new ideas and alternative way of thinking. By the way, the most important boss here is Associate Professor Dr. Munir, Deputy Dean for postgraduate students. So you will need his approval, at least 4 or 5 times. So in my case, I just endorse what approved by Dr. Munir from postgraduate secretariat. Hopefully, the expertise provided through the supervision and also with your effort will not only contribute to the economic and social development through ecosystem, but also generate the intellectual discovery, innovation, dissemination, and application of useful knowledge. From now on, you will start a new journey and often have to deal with challenging situations along the way. All I can say is that I know you will make wise decisions and choose the right one. Whatever you do with conviction. No mountain is too high, and the sky is only the limit. Finally, looking forward to all of you are going to start and make waves. All the best to all of you. Once again, congratulations. Again, welcome to the Faculty of Science and Technology. We look forward to you having a safe and wonderful experience in this faculty. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to our Dean, Professor Dr. Ishak, for his welcoming speech. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before we move on to the main agenda, I would like to invite everyone to a photo session in this hall. So thank you so much, everyone, for your kind cooperation. Okay, now I would like to invite the Honorable Deputy Dean for Postgraduate Studies, Associate Professor Dr. Abdul Munir bin Abdul Murad, to brief you on the rules and regulation of postgraduate studies. Please welcome.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good morning to all. Thank you, Dr. Nurul Ain, Madam Chairperson, for today's session. Yang saya hormati Honorable Professor Dr. Ishak Ahmad, Dean, Faculty of Science and Technology, my fellow Deputy Deans, Assistant Deans, Department Chairman, all program heads and program coordinators, speakers for this morning session, Prof. Kalavani and also Dr. Kukok Siong, fellow academicians, senior officers of Faculty of Science and Technology, and yang diraikan all new postgraduate students. First and foremost, I would like to extend my warmest welcome to all of you who had successfully registered at the Faculty of Science and Technology UKM. For all of you, I would like to say selamat datang ke FST UKM. For FST alumni, I can see some faces. Yeah, welcome back to your alma mater. And for the international students, we welcome you to our warm and beautiful Malaysia. Unfortunately, many of our international students still in their country because they have problem with VAL, visa, to come here. There's congestion in visa application because now university fully open. Yeah? So they joined us, perhaps later, because most of them are still sleeping now. So they will see the recorded session later for their own benefit. Yeah. So hi to all our international students as well. Yeah, wherever you are. So for the next 20 to 30 minutes, I would like to introduce you to the faculty, as well as some guidance that you need to know while you are at the Faculty of Science and Technology. And I think you can't absorb everything what I say for now, but don't worry, later on, try to learn. There's a few rules and regulations that you have to follow to make your study smooth in a Faculty of Science and Technology. The rankings of UKM, I think you have looked at this data before you select your university. So I'm not going to say much about that. In Faculty of Science and Technology, we have 6 departments, and each of you fall under one of these departments. We have Department of Mathematical Sciences, Department of Food Sciences, Department of Chemical Sciences that offer various postgraduate programs, as well as we have Department of Applied Physics, Department of Biological Sciences and Biotechnology, and Department of Earth Sciences and Environment. This department used to be faculty before in 90s, It used to be a faculty on their own, but then it been merged into we've been merged into one faculty and now being called as a department. Yeah? So it's huge. Yeah? So these are the faculty management team, the dean. It's very important for you to know the dean. Yeah, a lot of issues. Yeah, you need to settle later on. Yeah, with the dean, and we have 4 deputy deans. Only me in the room at the moment because the rest they have some other functions that they have to attend. So I'm not going to call them because they're not here. And we have assistant deans. Yeah? Do we have any assistant? We have Associate Professor Dr. Mahanim there, involved in keusahawanan, Deputy Dean for keusahawanan. In English, it calls commercialization, entrepreneurship. Yeah, entrepreneurship. Yeah. So if you want to be entrepreneur, you want to attend certain programs, Dr. Mahanim organized that. Yeah. So good to know her. We have who else in this room? Dr. Zamira, which is for liberal studies and learning. And then we have Dr. Noor Hasharida, who's not around, but she's important because she's in charge in student affairs and alumni. For later on, if you have societies, you want to register societies, then Dr. Sharida is the person. So we have 6 department chairpersons. Yeah, many of them cannot make it this morning, but we have Professor Dr. Muhammad Yusuf Maskat. He's the chairperson for food science department. Yeah. Otherwise, I can't see any other chairperson, but then these are the friendly face of the chairperson of your department. And we have officers. Our deputy registrar is Encik Muhammad Walid Osman. He's in charge of administration of the faculty. Okay, thank you. So the head for FST Secretariat is Puan Kamili. Please stand up, Puan Kamili. Okay. And then my secretary is Puan Yanti there. And also we have 4 ladies, yeah, that registered you outside. So these are the people who will handle you throughout your study here, yeah, in terms of administration, yeah. Right. So a little bit on the facilities, yeah. We have postgraduate room in this building. So if you work in the lab, yeah, near here, you can apply for this postgraduate room. Otherwise, you can apply for the sitting place at the respective departments. Yeah. And then there's a postgraduate secretary office. Yeah, if you want to deal with issues regarding your registration and whatnot. So there's a secretariat office. Actually, it's on this floor. Yeah, just outside this room here. And it's opposite, what they call, just opposite across the tables that you see a lot of tables there. So the room is over there. So that will be the office that you will frequently visit throughout your studies to send your thesis, to send your extension form, to send your every other forms that you need to submit. And then lecture halls, you will attend some of your lectures at the lecture hall later on, and also these computer labs. We also have outdoor facilities. For example, here we have Venarium, Taman Paku Pakis. For those who are not involved in research of the what you call fern and whatnot, these places are good for you to walk around in the late afternoon or early morning. But be careful, wear a long shirt, long sleeve shirts, because a lot of mosquitoes as well. But these are very nice path, just up the hill, so you can do some exercise as well. We also have plant house for people who are working with plant to utilize. This is a herbarium, Taman Herba, also nice for you to walk around. And we have animal house. We have facilities that you can perform your experiment on the animals, but then you have to apply from the ethics committee first, when you want to involve animals in your research. These are the pilot plan for mass production, especially in food department. We also have living labs that you can visit or you can utilize during your studies here. We have the ICOMA, which is for marine ecosystem. It is in Mersing, Johor. And then we have Tasik Chini Lake for Biosphere Reserve. There's a nice lab over there. You can utilize it as well. And we have for Highland Ecosystem, we have Fraser's Hill. Research station at the Fraser's Hill. You also can visit that station. It's very nice. You can camp outside of the station as well. This is the academic calendar for semester 1, session 2022 and 2023. So this is very important. I think you already have this calendar, academic calendars already. And you must know when to, register. I think every one of you here already registered, otherwise you wouldn't be here. But those following us online, you have to register. The lectures, the session for the lectures will start 17th of October, which is today. This is true for the coursework students, as well as for research student, because for research student, you have to take research methodologies. Research methodologies will be in lecture form, and later on, Prof. Kalavani here will explain in details about how the research methodology course will be run. So it will be the session, the lecture session will run for 14 weeks. What we call as for the whole semester lah. And then important for coursework student, if you want to add and drop courses, you are allowed until 13th of November. And then if you want to withdraw from the courses, then you must done that between 14 November to 25th December. So please take note of the date. For the coursework, later on, the program coordinator will meet you and explain in details about how the course being run. Rules and regulation that you need to know. Of course, there's a book about what they call regulation for postgraduate studies. And you can download that book or this book from the UKM Graduate Center, or in fact, we have it online in Faculty of Science Technology website for postgraduate studies. So you can download this book and you can read boring stuff there. But I will highlight some of the important stuff that you need to know in the book. These are the important information from the book. We extract it from the book. So the program structure, you must clear now whether you are masters by research or master by coursework students. What's the mode of your study? So for masters, we have masters by research as well as master by coursework. Master by research, you have to do research. Master by coursework, you have to attend lectures. Yeah, you will be evaluated based on the lectures that you attend. So master by coursework must register and pass a total of minimum 40 credits, 40. Yeah. But based on program structure, some may have 40, 41, 42, depends. Yeah. Student with grade C minus and below for any course taken must repeat the course. If C is considered pass, but not enough. C minus fail. C minus you need to repeat. But you have to maintain a CGPA of 3.0 for masters by coursework. So if you get C, it will give you, I think, 2 point something, and it will drag your marks. And I think it's not a problem. We have a lot of students get dean list. Yeah. So if you study, if you do the assignment, if you do the work that been asked, then you will excel. And inshallah, in 1 year time, you will go up to the what we call stage at the Dewan Tun Abdul Razak, Dekta, for your convocation. Just focus and be yourself and study hard. Yeah. So Masters and Doctor of Philosophy by research must register and pass 4 credits, which is research methodology course. This is a compulsory course. Yeah. As I mentioned, Prof. Vani will talk about it later in great details. So all students must pass the research methodology course, which is offered every semester. So the duration of the study for masters by coursework between 1 to 2 years full time. And for executive programs, I've seen some of the executive students here, is between 1.5 to 2 years, yeah, for executive programs. Yeah. Masters by research for full time is between 2 to 3 years, means 4 semesters to 6 semesters. 6 semesters is the maximum for full-time student and 3 to 4 years for part-time student. Doctor of Philosophy, between 3 to 6 years full-time, 4 to 7 years for part-time student. For some of our international students, they didn't recognize semester 1, semester 2. They recognize fall semester or summer semester, things like that. Yeah? I think fall semester is usually semester 1, yeah? And summer, spring is semester 2. Yeah? Usually semester 1 will be between October until end of February, and then semester 2 will be March until end of June, July, something like that. So that's the 2 semesters. But for research student, you will be in the lab throughout the years. There's no semesters for you. So if you be in the lab throughout the years, you can finish early. If you follow the coursework students, then you have to look at the numbers: 3 years for the research, for the masters, and 6 years for the PhD student. You don't want to be with us for 6 years. And imagine every month every semester you have to pay the fees. So work hard and try to finish your study as early as possible. Registration: existing students shall register within the prescribed period at the beginning of each semester session, even after submit thesis or after your viva. Every one of you must register every semester. Please don't forget that. Yeah, every semester you must register unless you want to defer that particular semester. I will talk about that later. You have to apply for deferment. Yeah, otherwise you have to register. If you fail to register within 4 weeks, then you will be dismissed due to failure to register. I have many applicants after that, yeah, been dismissed due to failure to register. They have appeal, yeah. They appeal, writing again, they say, sorry, I forget that I have to register. Can I register now, please? So we always give you the second chance. But don't do that, yeah? Just register every semester, yeah? The appeal, if you happen to forget the registration, then you have to appeal to the dean. I will approve that appeal, yeah? Existing student with research mode, yeah, for masters and PhD student with research mode, who have submitted a dissertation, thesis for examination, shall continue to register for the following semesters. Even though you have submitted your thesis, you have to register. Keep on register until you get the letter from the Senate saying that congratulations, you pass. Then you don't have to register anymore. Otherwise, before you receive that letter, then you have to register. After you submit your thesis, the subsequent registration, you don't have to pay anything. It's just to make sure that you are active in the system, so that we can process any of your applications and whatnot. This is a registration of full-time and part-time. Most of you are registered for full-time. So international student shall register for and attend all programs of study on a full-time basis only. International student cannot register for part-time mode, but local students, you are allowed to register for the part-time mode. Depends on the courses. There are some courses that don't allow you to do that. But for research mode, I think you are allowed for the part-time mode, because some of you, you're working and you spend time working in your institution and you have limited time to do your research, then you can apply for part-time registration. Only a citizen student may apply to the Dean to change the registration status from full-time to part-time. Subject to the following conditions. The application may be made only once during the period of study. You cannot, like this semester, I want to go for part-time, you go part-time. And then next 2 semesters, I want to go full-time, then go full-time. And then later on, semester 6, I want to revert back to part-time. No, you can't do that. Because we will count the number of the, the semesters. Because the semester for full-time and part-time will be different in terms of minimum and maximum number of semesters allowed. So you can only apply once during the period of study. The application may not be made after the maximum period of study has ended. Means that for master student, the maximum period of study for research mode is 6 semesters. And then on the 7 semesters, you want to apply. Can I change to part-time? No, you're not allowed to do that. You must proceed with the full-time. So you can apply during the stipulated period of study. The application must be made in writing to the Dean within 4 weeks. So a lot of forms. There are forms for this. You don't have to write a letter, something like that. I will show you where to get the forms later. Deferment of studies. Say, for example, during your studies, you have problems. Financial problems, relationship problem, also affect your study, Health problem, some of us have problem. A lot of other problems, Every one of you will come up with individual problems, So if you feel that you cannot proceed, you can defer that semester. When you defer that semester, you're not considered as an active student. You're not allowed to work in the lab. If anything happened to you, UKM will not take care of you lah. But you can defer that particular semester. But you have to apply for the deferment based on reasonable grounds. During the COVID year, a lot of people apply because of the financial problems. And that period will not be considered as part of the period of study. The deferment of study may be permitted for a minimum period of 1 semester and not exceeding 4 semesters throughout the period of the study. So you are allowed to defer 4 times, 4 semesters. You just apply, then we will approve that. With a reason, financial problem, health problem, and whatnot. And you cannot apply, say for example, 1 semester is, say for example, about 6 months. You cannot defer for 3 months. Half of the semesters won't work. So it must be the whole of that particular semester, that what it means by minimum period of 1 semester. But you are allowed only 4 times. However, if you still have problems and you need another 1 semester, extra semester for deferment, then you can apply, but subjected to approval of the Senate of the UKM. Means that for the 5th time, It depends whether the Senate will allow it or not. For the first 4 times, it will be at the faculty level. But then at the 5th time, it will be at the Senate level. It's not like things like easy for you, just happy, kan? Seronok, defer, yeah? No lah, eh? Try to finish everything as soon as possible. Don't defer, but if you have problems, then you can apply. A student granted the deferment of study is not considered as registered student and not permitted to use any of the facilities provided by the university. Yeah? For international student, you cannot defer. If you defer, you have to go back to your country. Yeah, that's the regulation by the immigration department. If you apply for deferment, we have to make sure that you go back to your country. Yeah, you cannot stay in Malaysia. We are sorry, it's not our rules, but that's the immigration department. Yeah, you're from Nigeria. The other guy from China. Yeah, okay. For the extension of semester, say for example, coursework student or research student, yeah, if you need to extend, if you need to extend the semesters, say for example, masters by research, you have 6 maximum semesters. For PhD, just now you have 6 years, 12, yeah. But then if that's still not enough for you to complete the work, we have that cases. We have people until 18 semesters with us. They are happy to be with us at UKM. They love the faculty. They are here for 18 semesters, 19 semesters, yeah. You may apply for additional study time for 3 semesters before reaching the maximum period of study. Means that after you reach your 6 semesters, means that you already have a maximum. Then you can add in another 3 semesters. Yeah, you can apply to add in another 3 semesters for you to complete your studies. Say, for example, if you utilize everything, just now, I said you can defer 4 times, and then with Senate approval, 5 times. Yeah, that's already, kalau if you're a PhD student, that's 12 semester plus 5 is 17 semesters. And then you apply another 3 semesters for extension. That will be what? 20 semesters. And then on top of that, if you're still unable to finish your work, then you can apply another 1 semester. Yeah, additional 1 semester, but that's subjected to the decision of the Senate. Why you want to apply for that extension? Yeah, in all, you can be with us for PhD student 21 semesters, 10.5 years. Don't fall into this group later on. Yeah, focus and try to complete your work as soon as possible. Okay, adding, dropping, and withdrawal from courses. This is important for the coursework student. You may add and drop courses within the first 4 weeks of each semesters. That's been mentioned in the academic calendar just now. A student may withdraw from a course starting from the 5th week until the 10th week and will be given the grade withdrawal. Yeah. Say, for example, if you want to withdraw from the course, you're registered, but you want to withdraw, then you just withdraw. Make sure you withdraw. Don't stay in that particular course if you want to withdraw. Because for some of you, for some of our students, they register for the course, but they didn't attend the class, the evaluation, the exams and whatnot. They just register, and then towards the end, the name is still in the system. So we have to give the student E, because no assignments, no attendance, no evaluations that you have completed. Yeah, so we have to give the student E. That's not good. That will drag your CGPA, and if your CGPA is not good, then you may be stopped or you may be dismissed from the your study. This is a conversion of study. This is for the between coursework and research. For some of you, you register for the coursework mode, and then suddenly you meet with another lecturer, and then you said you want to come for full-time research. I can pay you GRA, things like that, and then you said, well, why not? Yeah, so you want to convert, you want to change from coursework to research. And also for some of you, you do research and then you talk to your friend, and then your friend say, oh, you wasted your 2 years Why not you come with me and do the coursework? It's just 1 year. It's not that difficult, you know. So I pass. I score in this subject and whatnot. So you want to change from research mode to the coursework mode, yeah. So you can do that. The application may only be made once during the period of study, yeah. Don't change it too much lah, just once, yeah. The application shall be made in writing to the dean within 4 weeks of the date the semester begins, and the application shall be made within 2 semesters from the date of registration in the university. Means that when you have first 2 semesters, you can still change. Yeah? Otherwise, you are not allowed to do that. The change of mode of studies occurs from research mode to coursework mode. The period of study prior to the change of mode of study is not taken into account as part of the maximum period allowed and is subject to new period of study to qualify for degree. Means that you will be started all over again, yeah, for the new mode. Change of programs, specialization, field, and in between faculties and institute. Yeah, say for example, you want to change in terms of departments. Yeah, first you registered for programs at the chemistry department. You want to change to physics department. That happen. Yeah. So the application may only be made once during the period of the study, and the application shall meet the condition for admission to the new programs. Yeah, and of course the application must be made in writing to the dean because you have to fill in forms lah. Yeah? And you must get the support, yeah, from the program head, both program heads, the one that you currently enroll to and the one that you are going to enroll to. International students who have obtained an exchange of specialization approval must notify the visa management office at the university to obtain student exchange pass. Yeah? It's a bit tricky for international students to change program because you need to get new visa with the new programs, because when you come in, you are registered, yeah, your visa registered for the programs that you're entitled to. Yeah, if you want to change it, then you have to reapply everything. Yeah, so it's a bit difficult for international students. Supervision, of course, candidates will be supervised by a supervisory team consisting of 1 or more members. A student attending doctoral program for PhD student, you must have at least 2 supervisors. Yeah, one is main supervisors and the other one is co-supervisors. That is important. But don't worry if you don't have any co-supervisors at this moment. Yeah, you just registered this morning, yeah, or last week. Yeah, don't worry. Throughout your studies, yeah, you have to identify co-supervisors. With the agreement of your main supervisors, you have to registered, the co-supervisor. And if you feel that, well, I don't like my supervisors is too garang, always when I see him or her, I have to close my ears. But we don't have that in UKM, in Faculty of Science and Technology. So you can apply to change your supervisor not later than 2nd semester for masters and 3rd semester for PhD. But there's always complication for the research student when you apply for change in supervisors, because you are doing research under supervisors A, for example, yeah, under your main supervisors. And then when you want to work with another supervisors, then the scope of work might change. So that's a little bit of what you call negotiation that need to be made, yeah, with your current and the previous supervisors. Try to work in harmony with your supervisors. And if you feel that you need co-supervisors for masters and PhD, then you can talk to your supervisors and say that I need somebody that's friendlier than you lah, to be in my supervisory committee so I can talk freely with this person. And I see that Dr. Munir is good, yeah, to be my 2nd supervisor, so you can elect me lah as your co-supervisor, for example. Yeah. Okay. And the relationship between you and supervisors is very important, because your supervisor will write a report, your progress report, every semester. Yeah. So the supervisors will write a report on you every semester. and that will decide whether you will be allowed to continue your study, or you will be given reminders, or you will be given what you call amaran is warning. Yeah, if you miss, if you're not in the lab for one whole semester, then definitely you will get a warning. Yeah, and it's not good because for some of you, your sponsored student, this report will go to your sponsors. Yeah, so for coursework, you have to make sure that you you carry out all the assignments, all the work, quiz and whatnot, and also the exams, that you have to sit, then it's okay. But for the coursework student, most of you will have to do what you call some research towards the end of your study. So there will be supervisor as well to guide you. So you have to work under the person's guidance. But then to start with, make sure for the coursework student, you know your programs coordinator. People that I showed the picture just now, because these people or these coordinators, they will guide you. What you have to take, where's the class and whatnot. Just feel free to talk to them. Later on, they will take you and talk to you. Residency requirement, international student. This is mostly for international student. Malaysian, you reside in Malaysia already, no problem. For international students, shall be on campus with a minimum cumulative period of 1 semester throughout the period of the study. Means that you must be on campus at least 1 semester throughout your study. Some of you have, for the international students who are not in this room, you have some family commitments, work commitments and whatnot. You need to be in your own country, but you must be in KM for at least 1 semester. Unless you have a very serious conditions, then you can apply to the dean to be exempted. For the international student also, to guide you, to help you to survive in Malaysia, you are required to take bahasa, bahasa Melayu requirement, so that when you go to shops, you can talk to the shopkeeper. Apa kabar? Berapa? How much is berapa? So you learn a few terms and whatnot in bahasa Melayu. So you need to take course either LMCM 1083 or LMCM 1093 as an audit course. As an audit course, and once you get the audit, then you will pass that. So LMCM 1083 is communicative Malay language for international students, for my friends from Nigeria and also from China just now. So you have to take this course. And for if we have people from Singapore, Brunei, Indonesia, Southern Thailand, then they have to take LMCM 1093, which is Bahasa Melayu untuk Pelajar Nusantara. Means that they already know some terminologies of Malay. So they have to take the LMCM 1093. Local student, you don't have to take that. You are exempted. Okay, now for master student by research, research mode. Say you perform your research and you're brilliant in your research and you produce 2-3 papers already within 1 year of your research. So you can apply to convert to PhD. Conversion from MSc, Masters to PhD program. This is for the full-time master student only. The mode must be full-time. The application must be submitted after the 2nd semester and not later than 3rd semester. Of course, there are some conditions. You need to present your research results at national level conferences. You must have done that. And you have to have 1 publication that been submitted to WOS index journals. So if you have 2-3 articles already published, then why not? You can apply to convert your masters to PhD. This is examination and assessment. For masters and doctoral by research, you need to produce a thesis. Yeah, a thesis that will be examined later on by one external examiner and one internal examiner. External examiner means people outside from UKM. Internal means people who are inside UKM. Yeah, can be from different faculties. Not necessarily the external examiner somebody from overseas. No, yeah, can be locals. You must pass your oral examination. So you must pass the thesis. You must pass the oral examination. Pass both thesis and evaluation of the oral examination, and also you register and pass methodology course. For masters by coursework, register and pass the methodology course, research methodology, examination, and or continuous assessment, all the assessment that you need to do. Yeah, you've passed that and attain a minimum of CGPA of 3.0 at the end of the program and pass all courses required by the program. So for you to complete your studies, you must at least get CGPA of 3.0. Kalau biasa, if you're familiar, it's B lah. B and above, average. Means that if you have one subject A, if you have a couple of subject A's and then one or two subject B minus, then you're still okay. Means that the average is more than 3. This is also requirement to graduate for research student. Yeah, this is a requirement. For Doctor of Philosophy, you need to publish 2 articles in WOS Index Journal. And also for Masters by Research, you need to publish 1 article in WOS Index Journal. We push you to publish the article during your studies because this is very important later on when you want to apply for a job. For example, as academia or as a postdoctoral fellow overseas and whatnot. So they look at your publication. Yeah, because you do research. Yeah, once you carry out your research, once you perform your research, you need to report it. For UKM, you can report in terms of thesis. Yeah, but then for the members of the public, your fellow scientists, researchers and whatnot, you must publish your work. Yeah, for them to know and recognize you. For Faculty of Science and Technology, we have our own journals, Science Malaysiana. You can publish in that journal, but then it's not limited to that journal or only lah. Yeah, you can publish. Yeah, there's a lot of journals, but don't publish in predatory journals lah. So during research methodologies, I think that will be what we call introduced to you. What is WOS journals? What is Scopus Index journals? What are the predatory journals and whatnot? Yeah, so that will be introduced. Yeah, don't worry about that. So these are the requirements to graduate for research mode. You fulfill the requirement of postgraduate regulation, pass the dissertation, thesis examination, and oral examination, fulfill the publication requirements, 2 for PhD and 1 for the master student just now, fulfill Bahasa Melayu proficiency requirement for international students, complete the number of credits prescribed by the programs. Yeah, for all of you, research mode, just 4 units. Yeah, which come from the research methodologies, be recommended by the oral examination committee and Senate approval, have written all property of the universities in case, and also you have settled all debts that you have with universities. Yeah, and for the coursework, similar to what I mentioned just now, but then you have to complete the number of credit prescribed by the programs. Yeah. For example, if your program needs to complete 42 credits, then you have to complete 42 credits. If it's 40, then you're still unable to complete everything that is required from you. Yeah? And with that, you have to achieve at least a final CGPA of 3.0. It's not difficult to get 3.0 if you work. And most of you, as I mentioned, will get Dean list every semester. Scholarship is very limited. 5-10 years ago, we have a lot of My Brain Science, the initiative from the government. I don't know what the government will do after this. After the election, perhaps if they are good government, they might provide some scholarship to the local or Malaysian student. But we'll see. As for now, we have research fellowship, which is the graduate research assistant. Based on the research, based on the research being done by your supervisors, And when he applied for grants, they also include some allocation for graduate research assistant. So they can pay you if they have that. And other what you call postgraduate scholarships. We have UKM Graduate Center. They have a website that offer. If there's offer about scholarships, then they will highlight that in their website. So you have to aware of that. And in fact, if we come across any scholarship, we will also inform a student at the Faculty of Science and Technology. This is very important, plagiarism. I don't like to talk about this, but this is very important, because you are going to write thesis. You are going to write thesis, you are going to write assignments. If you copy paste, it's not your own word, then you're considered plagiarized. That will be highlighted again during your research methodology course. If you found to carry out plagiarism, then you can be warned about that or fined not more than 200 ringgit, or you can be forbidden from entering the campus, or suspension as a registered student or dismissed from the universities. Depends on the type of plagiarism that you do. Please, you carry out your own research. You have your own ideas when you're writing assignments. Don't copy and paste from others. If you want to use the information, you just need to rephrase. Rephrase and also put things together your own way. For some of you, when I read, say for example, essays, well, the English is like Queen English. So I know straight away this one is copy and paste. Just a matter of using Turnitin to find out where the source is. Because we have an access to what you call plagiarism checkers. Don't copy and paste. Try to have your own words. Okay, thesis in UKM, by default, you have to write in Bahasa Melayu. For research student. Thesis for masters and PhD degree, you must write in Bahasa Melayu. But when you write in Bahasa Melayu, the level of plagiarism very low because not many database that this Bahasa Melayu, what they call literature. But then you can apply to write in English, provided that you're an international student. Don't worry, my friend from Nigeria, from China, you're allowed to write in English, but you have to apply. And you can apply, tomorrow you can apply already. For people from outside of Malaysia, you can apply tomorrow, as soon as possible, to write your thesis in English. If you have supervisors from overseas, so you're allowed to write in English because your supervisor need to read your thesis. If you have examiners from overseas, later on, that will be later on lah. And also if your sponsors request, but we need the letter from the sponsors. And sponsors must be legit lah, not your parents lah. Oh, my sponsors is my father and mother. And my father want me to write in English, we cannot consider that lah. So say for example, you are MPOB staff. Any MPOB staff in this room? Yeah, we have MPOB. Any Mardi staff in this room? So I can say, because MPOB Mardi, we always have students from them. You can apply to write in English if you are required to do that. But for sometimes, much easier to write in Bahasa. And it's quicker. So you have to discuss with your supervisors about that. Okay, these are 6 main service centers. That's very important for you to know. We have Student Service Center, the HCP. Most important thing under this section is, I think, the counseling. Some of you very stressful to do postgraduate studies, definitely. So you want to meet the counselor. Go and talk to the counselors, because we don't want you to keep the problem within you. You can come to Mila to talk, but then I'm not a professional counselor. I can listen, smile, and say thank you. But then go and see the professional counselors. They're provided by Student Service Center. Also, they have a in-campus residential application and whatnot. And also student welfare. And then we have libraries. I don't know whether we still go to the libraries nowadays because every literatures is just at the end of our fingertips. But then do visit the libraries. And they have a nice collection of books and whatnot. Healthcare center, this is our pusat kesihatan. It's very important. if you feel not well during your work in the lab and whatnot, you can just go rush to the pusat kesihatan because most of us are adult students already and sometimes blood pressure is also increased. Tengah-tengah buat sometimes when you're doing your research kan suddenly pening. Pusat kesihatan just down the road from here So you must know this center. And then we have Center for Research and Instrumentation. They provide with the graduate research assistant just now, the funding, and also they have some instrumentation, research instrumentation instruments that you need to do to complete your research. They have that. Student Finance Division, this is about your fees, scholarship and whatnot. This is under the bursary or the treasury of Bendahari UKM. And also the Center for Academic Management. There's a building for that. And under this Center for Academic Management, there's a UKM Graduate Center. UKM Graduate Center provide you with graduate trainings, thesis, and also some advertisement on scholarship as well. Try to know these centers while you are in UKM. The Faculty of Science and Technology for postgraduate students, we have our social media. You can visit our website, a lot of information there, a lot of forms there. And then you can subscribe to our Telegram, which is Postgraduate FST, and also Facebook. A lot of information passed to you via our Telegram. Perhaps Puan Kamili later on can provide the link to the Telegram, so you can join. This is the website for FST postgraduates, where you can get your forms, anything. So say for example here, you want to change courses and whatnot. So you go to the Faculty of Science and Technology postgraduate website, and then go to downloads, and then underneath that postgraduate forms, there are a lot of forms there. This is also important. All students must have their UKM emails, because our system will contact you through this email. We didn't store your Gmail or Hotmail emails. So the address must be pstudentnumbers@siswa@ukm.edu.my. All the information will be emailed to this address. And for coursework students, you will use online platform, and the information will be emailed to this student email. So always open this student email as well. Because sometimes you forget to register. Puan Kamili will contact you, and she will contact you through student email. So please register by refer to this website. So all communication from the Secretariat and Teaching and Learning will be on the use UKM email. Register of courses. All students must register for thesis and dissertation. Once you are, you must register what you call in the system. I will show you where you can register in a moment. But you must register thesis and dissertation, and also for research methodologies. And for other courses, refer to your course coordinator. What are the courses that you need to register for the first semester? But for research student, for every semester, you must register for your thesis and your dissertation. Every semester, you must register for that. Platform to register is what we call as SMP Web. You can Google using UKM Student Portal, and you can find the course to register and follow the instructions. So this is the examples. From our website again, you can see on the top right-hand corner, links there, and then under the links we have the SMP Web. You just click to that, and then comes out with the they ask you to register to log in to the system. Then you enter your student matric number and also your password. This is in Malay, but then we have English version as well. Don't worry about that. You just change the icon to English, then everything will come out in English. You can go to Pendaftaran. Pendaftaran khusus masa means that registration of the current course. Research student has to register as well. Don't forget to register for your thesis, because every semester you have to register for your thesis. Pendaftaran thesis disertasi semester. So please do that. Okay, these are the pendaftaran registration of the current course and also thesis and dissertation registration. Registration is only done at stipulated period. Yeah? So you have to be aware of that because the period, as I mentioned just now in your academic calendar just now, so you have to follow that. Research methodology is a team teaching. You will see different faces every week. Coordinator, Prof. Dr. Kalavani Nadaraja, but she will stand up later on and inform you about the running of the course. So be alert for email announcement in UK Folio. We have Madam Afarina that will help us, and more information will be given later on by Prof. Wani. Program schedule, timetable for all courses can be retrieved from the FST postgraduate websites. Just go to the programs and program schedule for semester 1, 22-23. Yeah. So for coursework student, you can visit the site. Yeah. For research mode, besides having your thesis and also your oral examination, you will be evaluated every semester by your supervisors. Your supervisors will evaluate you, and also you must present. For PhD student at least 3 times during your PhD study, and for masters for at least 2 times. For master student, first semester, you have to present your proposal. You have to present your proposal. And during your 3rd semester, you have to present your research progress. There will be evaluators that evaluate that and give you some feedback regarding all your research, your findings and whatnot. And for PhD student, you need to present during your 1st semester, which is your proposal, and also during your 3rd and 5th semester for research progress. That will be evaluated, and this will be taken into your program learning outcome, and you have to do this. You have to do this. You have to present. At least give you some confidence later on when you go outside, stand in front of 30, 40 or 100 people, and you not feel bad about that. So these are part of the exercise that we want you to do, as well as help you during the Viva. Because during the Viva, first 20 minutes, you have to present your what you call your results and whatnot. So at least you have a practice already. Of course, you have your lab meetings with your supervisors throughout your studies. Depends on your supervisors how they want guide you. That will be under individual supervisors. But then for faculty, you need to produce, or you need to present 3 times for PhD student, and at least 2 times for master student. Apart from doing research in UKM, writing your manuscripts and writing your thesis, what else you can do? So this is university life. Enjoy it, and try to know as many people as you can, because these people is very important. Some of us, they are executive students. They are working in few high-flying institutions. Perhaps you better know them, because who knows, perhaps later on they can provide you with promotion jobs and whatnot. You're working with what you call like 5,000, 6,000 monthly salary. And then if you know them, perhaps they can offer you another 10,000 or 12,000 a month salary. Why not? Please know each other. You can attend seminars or webinars organized by the department, FSTs, faculties and other faculties. So there's a lot of webinars or seminars organized in a lot of topics. Sometimes it might interest you. So you can attend all these seminars. It's free. You are already in university. A lot of seminars about issues and subjects. Feel free to go and sit and listen to these speakers. Some from our faculty, some from different faculties as well. Or you yourself can deliver a student seminar to talk about your research, the progress of your research and whatnot. That's beyond the 3 times for PhD and 2 times for masters just now. These are seminars that you explain the results. And also you want people to come. If you want to talk, to speak, to members, just come and see me and say, can you organize for me to have a seminar? You volunteer, then we will love to do that. We will organize seminar for you to talk, and we will invite people to come. Or you can attend national and international seminars. This one you have to talk to your supervisors. Sometimes your supervisors is very generous. They can sponsor you. Sometimes you can get sponsored from the meeting itself. Yeah? Or you can get sponsors from organization for you to attend. Why not go to Korea, go to Japan, go to Australia, go to Malacca for local seminars. Yeah. So and present your work. Yeah, you can present your work there and know more people and whatnot. Yeah. So these are some of the examples, and then also we will organize workshops. Yeah. Like manuscript writing, thesis writing workshops, etc. So please attend this workshop. Of course, during the what you call COVID period, yeah, like bioinformatics workshops, enzyme workshop, and many other workshops that you can attend to. And also you can try for research. So thank you. A short break, refreshment. What do we have today? Nasi lemak? Yeah, we have some nasi lemak outside first, yeah, and then you come back to the hall, and then we have Provani and Dr. Koo, and then we'll take all the questions that you want to ask. And after that, you will meet your program coordinators, what you call in smaller groups, yeah? So with that note, I will say thank you very much for your attention. And before that, I would like to end my briefing with a special thanks to the officers from the postgraduate secretariats, program coordinators and technical team for organizing and supporting this event. Finally, I would like to wish everybody good luck and pray that all of you have a wonderful time pursuing your postgraduate study at the Faculty of Science and Technology.
Okay, now
Thank you.
let us continue the ceremony with a briefing on research methodology course by Professor Dr. Kalaivani Nadarajah, the coordinator for research methodology course, to brief for the course program. Please welcome.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's briefing. I'm your course coordinator, Prof. Kalaivani Nadarajah. Video warm welcome to the Faculty of Science and Technology and to our foreign students who are here this morning. Selamat datang, welcome to Malaysia. Today, I would just like to congratulate each and every one of you for making this decision to choose the Faculty of Science and Technology for a location where you're going to be continuing your postgraduate studies. You made a brilliant choice in choosing the Faculty of Science and Technology because we have expertise in various areas, and you'll enjoy your time here. And God willing, you will finish your postgraduate studies here successfully and be gainfully employed. So allow me over the next few minutes to take you through a brief introduction into the course of Kaedah Penyelidikan or research methodology. You have two different course codes, STPD 6024 for the master's students and STPD 8014 for the postgraduate students. So except for the executive program students and those taking data science, you've got your own course in research methodology, but the rest of you will have to register for this course because this is a prerequisite, a required course, wajib. It's a compulsory course for PhD and master students. So register for your research methodology course, as stated here on the slide for 6024. It's for your master's students, master's by coursework and master's by research. You will register for 6024. While STPD 8014 is for the PhD students, right? So don't register for the wrong code, Make sure you're on the right code. Again, UCAM Folio will be where we are going to put up all our files, all our assignments, everything that we want you to know about the course will be uploaded into UCAM Folio. So make sure you're constantly checking UCAM Folio, messages that come from UCAM Folio with regards to your course lectures for the week here. We'll be meeting once a week for the duration of 14 weeks, right? So your lectures are every Friday, 3 to 7 p.m., 4 hours of lecture at DKB 2. It's a face-to-face course, except for one lecture, which is on risk management, risk and safety management. That course will be online because 5 different departments will be running the course concurrently. So students will go according to their separate departments into the various groups that I will create online, and you'll listen to the lectures provided by expert authorities in risk and safety management, designed specifically for your department and your program. Now, Microsoft Teams, this is where your lectures, if you are doing any online lectures, will be through MS Teams. We also be using MS Teams to communicate with you, because sometimes students need double information, yeah? Once in UCAM folio, we also send the same message in MS Teams, and we hope you get one of the two, yeah? And that you're well versed with the content of the course. Next slide, please. So as I've already said, I'm your course coordinator. All my communications are on UCAM folio platform. I've also already provided a link for a WhatsApp group. Yeah, if you go to UCAM folio, there's a link. Please join that group, because all immediate communications from me to the group, whatever I get from program coordinators, whatever I get from the postgraduate school that needs to reach the students immediately, the WhatsApp group will be the channel. And the WhatsApp group is also a very quick mode for you to get in contact with me, so that if you have a problem, you can chat with me in that group. Don't personal message me. Yeah? Use that group, because if you're having a problem, I'm sure others will have similar problems. Now, the secretary in charge is Madam Aparina. I think some of you had met her as you registered to come in for today's briefing. She will be helping you all with submission of your assignments, you know, and registration, anyone who's doing conversion and all those other areas that Dr. Mone had mentioned earlier, your deputy dean. She will be your #1 contact person, yeah? So you can go and ask her. Attendance is compulsory for both masters and PhD students. Though you might think, you know, you don't have an exam, so PhD students no exam. So because you think no exam, no need to come for lecture, yeah? Because you might probably think you have better things to do with your time. But I'm sorry to say you should be at your lectures, because everything that has been designed in the course content is very relevant towards you completing your postgraduate studies. We have 18 lecturers involved in this course. It's probably one of the most exhaustive courses covering so many areas of research methodology. Yeah? So don't put it to waste, attend the lectures. There are, of course, some special exemptions where applies for PhD students, which I will be addressing later. Next slide, please. Right, as I mentioned earlier, 18 lecturers, professors and doctors and associate professors, each will be giving you a lecture on a specific topic, right? And when we select the lecturer, that lecturer is an expert in that area. So that person is well equipped to teach you that particular topic. So don't put it to waste, yeah? So turn up for every one of the lectures that we have designed for the program. Next slide, please. Okay, here we have the lecture schedule for 6024. I've already put the course pro forma in UCAM folio. Also, the course schedule is already in UCAM folio, right? So we will start our lecture this Friday. So make sure all of you have signed in to MS Teams and all your systems, know where UCAM folio is, MS Teams is, and your very first lecture is the most important lecture. Not to say that the rest of the lectures aren't important, but why I say it's important is in this first lecture is when we will tell you how to do your research proposal writing, what form to use, what is required of you, how it is graded. We will also address your presentation. For this course, as you can see on the side there, MSc by Research and Coursework, your class is 3 to 7 p.m. every Friday for 14 weeks. The proposal submission is one of your evaluation areas. Defense of your presentation, right? Defense and presentation is your second point of evaluation. And the final one for, this is a master's by coursework and research student, you have an exam, which is MCQ, multiple choice questions, right? 30 questions over 1 hour. So for your proposal, your presentation and defense, what happens during this period of time, what you need to do will be dealt with in your first lecture. So please be there, right? So as I've given you here, your proposal is due 7th week. Okay, so 7 weeks can pass very quickly. All right, so don't put your proposal writing aside. Start on it from the very first week after I've given you the briefing. Meet with your supervisor, start writing. Because your supervisors have to approve on your proposal before it comes to the secretariat. You will submit your proposals online. Now, when it comes to the presentation, this is not managed by us as course coordinator. This is managed by the program itself. So your program coordinator will arrange for your presentation and your evaluators. So this is handled at the program level. We will, of course, share the schedule in STPD 6024 and 801 for UCAM polio sites. But not us, yeah? So don't keep asking me when is the tarik, pembentangan, when is the date for presentation. Next slide, please. Now, the course content for 6024 and 8014 are the same. There's no difference in doing research at PhD and master's level, only your scope expands, but the knowledge base that you need is the same. So you'll be attending the same lecture room, yeah? Don't expect 2 separate rooms because the course content is the same. So DKB2 for STPD 6024 and 8014, all of you will be in one room. The classes will be concurrent for both the codes, right? Also over 14 weeks, submission of proposal, also 7th week, no change in that. Defense is also the same time, 9th week, right? And your literature review, this is where you differ from your STPD 6024 students. 6024 has a final exam. PhD students, no final exam, but you have a literature review, okay? And this is very useful for you because 1, it helps you with your thesis writing. 2, it also can give you material to submit as a review paper. So if you do a very good job, your content can be upgraded to a review paper for publication in a WOS journal. Because remember, PhD students, minimum 2 WOS journals, yeah, to get your PhD degree and master's 1. So you should start thinking about your publication from the first week. From the time you start the semester, you should hit the ground running, yeah, not wait, like a snail. Unless you're the snail that beats the hare, that's a different thing. You know, it seldom happens, yeah, seldom happens. So pace yourself and make sure you get everything done on time. Next slide, please. Sorry, and they don't give me control. I'm not used to not having control over my slides. Yeah, Kaedah penyelidikan, if you go to UCAM folio, you will only see 6024 of your master's student, right? You won't see the 8014 site. So don't wonder why you only see one site. You only will see what is specific to yours. The PhD students will see 8014, Kaedah penyelidikan. Kaedah penyelidikan is research methodology for the foreign students, yeah. So if you see this, it means research methodology. Next slide. So if you go, this is a site map, yeah. When you go, you're registered for some courses. If you look at the site map of what you have registered for, it will all come out, yeah. So if you go to UCAM Folio, you click on the site, it will show you, yeah, all the courses you have registered for. So in this case, I have two, not that I've registered for two courses, but I'm course coordinator for both the courses. So it will appear on my screen, yeah. So in yours, you will either have 6024 or 8014. Okay, next slide, please. Right, so these are some of the examples of what you will see in UCAM Folio. Now, with what I've already put for both 6024 and 8014 is your pro forma, which is your course synopsis, giving you, how the evaluation process is done, your objectives of learning objectives of the course and so on. Yeah, your HPK and everything. And your lecture schedule. Please look at your lecture schedule, right? Because this seems to be something that most students forget to look at. Lecture schedule is important because you keep asking the same question in a WhatsApp group. This week got lecture. If the lecture schedule got complete, means got lecture, okay? So don't ask the same question. I'm laughing now, but then it gets frustrating after 14 weeks, yeah? So make sure you all pay attention to the lecture schedule, all right? So lecture schedule is there, and every lecturer who teaches the subject will upload their PowerPoints or notes or videos that they want you to look at. And some of it will be your PowerPoint that you use during the class. That's for sure going to be in the UCAM Folio. But additional material is according to the lecturer. If the lecturer wants to give you added material to look at, added material to read, some of us will give you on-the-spot quiz and assignments and so on that you can do during the class. Right, like when I teach plagiarism, you will have few cases you will have to deal with during the lecture. Tell me when it's plagiarized, when it's not. Yeah, when it's you're hijacking someone's ideas and so on. So you are given a hands-on, so you know what is wrong and what is right. Yeah. So that's important for you to pay attention. Next slide, please. Right. Remember I said first class, very important. This is what we'll be doing during your first class. I'll give a brief introduction into the course, and then we will go into the proposal form, all the components of the form, what is needed from you to fill into these forms, into this form. Same form for 6024 and 8014. Make sure that you download the file. The file is Word format, yeah? So even though the box is this small, it can be expanded, right? Because I know when one of the students say, kotak tu kecil sangat, Prof. So macam mana nak isi? Boleh expand. Bila you type, dia akan expand, right? So it's like that, yeah? It's an expandable Word document. Just make sure your first one, executive summary, is 300 words. All right, and Dr. Munir has mentioned a very important thing is plagiarism. Don't plagiarize anything. Yeah? It can cost you your grades, you can fail. Yeah? You can fail, you can also end up being kicked out, right, Dr. Munir? Yeah, so don't come in to only meet the exit door. Yeah, so you come in to stay and finish and go, yeah, successfully. So this first lecture, we will go through all the components. This, interestingly, is actually a template for a research grant at ministry level. So if you write this, to write this properly, you actually have, what should I say, training. And when you leave here, when you become a researcher or academician, how to put up a proper proposal. Okay? So this is really training for you to do that. Right? Next slide. Now, presentation and defense. Again, let me remind you, It's not STPD course coordinator that determines your date of presentation, but your program coordinator. They will determine, although we put there minggu ke-9, they will tell you, week 9, they will tell you which day, what time, as long as it doesn't affect our Friday's lecture, any time of that week, right? So for masters, for your presentation, roughly people give you about 20 minutes. For PhD, 30 minutes, right? This can include your Q&A. This may not include your Q&A, depending on the program, because the program has full control over how they want to run this program, right? Now, these presentations will be graded by examiners, right, which will be determined again by the program, and the presentation should bear clear and succinct details of your proposal. When we say clear and succinct, means don't write 40 pages for your proposal. Your examiner will want to fail you straight away because he has or she has to read 40 pages. Any grant proposal has to be simple, concise, clear. They must understand your story, clear, in the best package, shortest package possible. Now, next, please. Now, final examination. This is for MSc students by research and coursework, not for PhD. So, PhD students, please don't come for the exam or, ask me when is the exam. You don't have exam, right? So, 30 multiple choice questions answered in 1 hour, okay, covers all the topics that we have taught you. So, come for the classes for you to know what to do. Next, literature review only for PhD students, nothing to do with masters and by coursework or research. But this doesn't mean master students, you don't look at writing your literature review. It will help you also to progress with your own thesis preparation. You can do it as your own agenda, but not something you're submitting to STPD. Okay, Pam? Yeah, it's not part of your grading. Next, so this one is 14 week. Your literature review will be submitted to your main supervisor. The main supervisor will evaluate your literature review. Now, going to the comparison between 6024 and 8014, proposal both carries 30% of your marks, weightage 30%. For presentation, for both courses, 40%. For final exam, 30%, and literature review, 30%. Okay, so as I put here, compulsory attendance. So please be there to know what is going on with the course. Now this, remember earlier I said there are some exemption clause, and this is only applicable for PhD student, not for MSc student. Right, so if you have done, if you're a student who has taken research methodology course during your master's program, right, here in UCAM or any other institution of higher learning, IPTA, you may apply for this exemption. Still, there are other qualifying factors here. What I would like to say is you have to look at the content, okay? So other than the content, how long ago did you take this course? If you took it more than 5 years ago, it's no longer valid. Should I expire? Right? Expired already. So you can't. So if it's within 5 years, you have taken this research methodology course here in UCAM or in any other IPTA, you can still use that as a grounds to request. You still have to apply. It's not an automatic, Still have to apply for exemption, right? This can be done for both coursework students or master's research module students. Both of you, both these programs, if you have taken research methodology before, you can use this to get an exemption for your PhD, right? Now, the credit value is another important thing you have to look at. If your credit value for your STPD 68014, so the unit is 4, right? So if you did a research methodology and the units were lesser, say 3, you cannot, not setara already, not equivalent. So it must be 4 or above from any other institution. or UKM. So remember that, yeah? So credit value must be equal or greater. Next slide. Now, our minimum grade is a grade B from your research methodology. Yeah, from your master's research methodology. Equivalence of course content, we will also look at it. It say, if you're a student from UKM, we know the course content. So if you're giving that as your criteria to ask for exemption, we know, yeah, is equal to your STPD 8014. But if you're a student from some other university, you did your master's in some other university, we need to see your course content, right? Because your course content will tell us whether it's equivalent to what we are covering in our STD 8014, right? So it must have 80% coverage of this similarity to what we have offered, right? So fast track doctoral students, no exemption. You have to take STPD 8014. Now, students who transfer from a master's program to a doctoral program, now this is what like Dr. Munir was mentioning earlier, those who are asking for conversion, you still, the verdict will come after you've done your presentation to the evaluation panel. So the evaluation panel has evaluated you and feels you're excellent, you can convert, they can make a suggestion or can state that you be exempted. The panel will decide. Okay. So again, let me remind you, this is not automatic just because you have taken STPD 6024 or 6014 before. You do not get an automatic exemption. You need to apply, right? Download the forms, make your application, provide all the proof. Don't just fill the form and expect the postgraduate school to do all the walking, the legwork, yeah? So you do all, fill the form, provide the documentation, submit it to the postgraduate school for them to review it. Yeah? So Dr. Munir will look at it and I will look at it and then we will endorse it. Okay, next slide. Okay, so Microsoft Teams, I've also created MS Teams. Remember I told you we will also be sharing messages here, plus one of your lectures will be on MS Teams. Yeah, no choice because 5 different departments, we can't find 5 different lecture theaters at the same time. So to make life easier, just for that particular lecture, we will do it online. Yeah, we will do it online. And then so make sure you've got your email address in place, you've entered MS Teams, yeah. Currently until today, 0 MS Team entry, 0 in WhatsApp group. So obviously UKM Folio has not been visited as yet, okay? So please visit it, you know where UKM Folio is. Dr. Koo will be providing you instructions, yeah? your map to land at the X, which is your UKM Folio. Right, next one, next slide. Right, when you go to MS Teams, you will have this site general box and the chat. Chat is where we will be telling you what's happening, you know, what you need to do, what has not come into, you know, like if you have not got your proposal, we will put it in the WhatsApp group. We will also put it in UKM Folio, plus we will also put it in MS Teams. So if after 3 notifications you still don't respond, then you will get the grades you deserve, okay? Which is to fail lah, okay? So make sure you pay attention to all forms of communication. I think this is my last slide. Am I right? This is the last slide? Yes. So I have to go for a class at 12, which is already started by now. Lucky I told the students I'll be there maybe 12:15 or 12:20. I can take 1 or 2 questions before I go. Okay, everyone's clear, right? If you have any questions, as I said, the WhatsApp group link has already been provided. You can communicate with me on WhatsApp, not personal message, yeah? Saya tak layan personal messaging, just the WhatsApp group. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Dr. Kalavani, for the briefing. Next, let us continue the ceremony with a briefing on UKM Folio and online learning by Associate Professor Dr. Koo Kok Siong, Head of Postgraduate Program for the Department of Applied Physics. Please
All right.
welcome.
A very good afternoon to all of you. And first of all, I would like to welcome you and congratulate you again for choosing UKM as your first choice. First choice. Right. You do not have a fifth choice, right? 1, 2, 3. So your first choice for studying, pursue your further study in UKM. So before we start, I would like to thank Prof. Kalawani because she already covered a lot of slides that I would like to share with you. So I will make it quick, 10 minutes or less than 10 minutes. Later on, if you do have questions, then you can raise to me in a small group. Okay, for Department of Applied Physics, we will be in physics building. Okay, we have crossed the road and then we go down. And during that time, you can ask me a lot of questions, okay? So I will make it quick. For UCAM Folio, we have 2 platforms that are currently using for the students, okay? One is what they call UCAM Folio. The other one is Microsoft Teams. So I would like to ask, how many of you are UCAM alumni? Can you raise your hand? Not so many, huh? So then I would like to share with you a little bit more about this UCAM Folio. So actually we have, as Prof. Kalawani mentioned before, we have 2 platforms. The first platform is what they call asynchronous teaching and learning platform, which is UCAM Folio. And then the other one is synchronous, okay? Teaching and learning platform, which is Microsoft Teams, all right? Okay. So first of all, UCAM Folio, you have to register, okay? And of course, you already registered, and I believe you already have your password. So if you do have your registration number and your password, then you can access to the UCAM Folio. Okay, please, next. So when you click to UCAM Folio, UCAM Folio, you'll see the first page is something like this one, right? So there is a login, okay, login. And when you click the login, you'll go to the next slide. Okay, so that's where you have to key in your metric number. As I believe all of you already registered, then you do have your metric number. Is start with P, and maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then your password, okay, similar to your email account and SMP web account. So please remember your password, okay? And then after that, you log in, you'll see the upper side of the UCAM Folio, okay? It is light blue, and if you scroll down, next slide, you'll see a lot of information. Of course, this is from my UCAM Folio, so yours might be a little bit different. And as you can see, there's a box, red box. You will see that there's what they call a list of all registered courses. Of course, this is taken from my UCAM Folio. So you see there's a lot of courses. But for you, I believe you only have research methodology, STPD 6024 or STPD 8014. Okay? So if you have so many courses, then you have something wrong. So you have to drop it within the 4 weeks of semester, okay? Okay, next. So research methodology. So this is what I mentioned. You only have STPD 6024 and STPD 8014. So STPD 6024 is for master, right? Master by research or master by coursework. All right. And then the other one is STPD 8014 is for PhD student. All right. So next. So as Prof. Kalawani mentioned, there are a lot of information inside what they call the folder. Okay. So if you click the research and methodology, you will go into these examples. So as mentioned by Prof. Kalawani, you have announcement, lecture notes, notification, or assignment, or maybe quiz, video. It can be depending on the lecturer that are giving you the lecture. So it can insert a lot of items inside your research methodology. Okay. So we can also conduct a quiz or exam using UKM Folio. Okay. That was during the MCO time, all right? So currently you will be a face-to-face. So then, in other words, you will be sitting for the physical exam. So last time was using UKM Folio as our platform to conduct the examination. You just wonder, using a UKM Folio to conduct an examination, how easy it is, right? Okay, next. Okay, of course, there are a lot of videos that you can browse to, and you'll get more familiar with the system. So I would not like to technically explain too much, because there are videos to guide you through, and how you're going to sign in, and how you're going to create, and how you're going to respond to the lecturers. So there are videos in the UKM Folio. Okay, next. All right, then we go to another platform. As I mentioned to you, there is non-synchronous teaching and learning platform. This is the one that are calling the platform for the synchronous teaching and learning. All right, so Microsoft Teams, I believe most of you, if you are UKM alumni, I believe you already familiar with this platform. So UKM is officially using a Microsoft Teams as your platform for you to communicate with lecturers. So you can install the Microsoft Office 365 free for UKM. So, and then there will be a step-by-step registration for the Microsoft Teams. So, and then once you register, you will have your password, but the password can be different from your the password that log in into the UKM Folio. So it can be different if you want to, right? And next. Okay, this is the example how to guide you to register a Microsoft 365 account for UKM student. And after that, you will install the Microsoft Teams, all right? So next. So this is the screenshot from the Microsoft Teams. As mentioned by Prof. Helawani, there are a lot of teams inside. So maybe for you, you only have one or two. The most important thing you have to look for is your STPD 60124 or STPD 8014. Okay, research methodology teams inside your Microsoft Teams. Okay, so you can have your different password. Once the coordinator invite you, you will have it in your email account. So you'll get a message from a coordinator and asking you or showing you that you are invited, okay, in the team. And then you just click, and then you can go in, and you will have your particulars, especially your name, your metric number, and so on and so forth. So please check that you are the member, not invited guests, okay? So you are the member, okay? So if not, then you have to talk to the coordinator to ask them to add you as one of the member in the team, okay? All right, next. So this is, of course, this is example, welcome to JSBD, okay? This is for colloquium. So it can be a lot of teams in your Microsoft team, okay? Once they create and then they invite you, you will have more than one team in your Microsoft team, okay? Next. So other than a Microsoft team, sometimes especially for the webinar, for the conferences, they might use a different platform. Okay. For example, these are the example lah. Google Meet. Okay. No time limit for using UKM email address to log in to the Google Meet. Okay. And there's an example how you're going to use this Google Meet. It's not so difficult. I believe you all are fantastic students, brilliant. So I think you can understand how to use a Google Meet. So next, the other one is a Zoom. Okay, some lecturer they prefer to use Zoom, and then of course you can use it by having a Zoom app or online browser. Okay, so for example, the lecturer will send you the meeting ID of the passcode, and then you key in or click to the link to the meeting. Okay, that is a Zoom. So this is an example of the Zoom, right? And this is more likely you are not aware of, but we're also using a WebEx, okay? But not so frequent, okay? So, but we also use a WebEx, and the information can be, you can refer to the link as below, right? And then, of course, as I mentioned to you, we also use the quicker way is by directly creating the WhatsApp group. Okay, so you can email or you can send the text to the WhatsApp group, okay, or Telegram. But normally we prefer to use a WhatsApp. Okay, maybe for Prof. Kalawani, she's not really want to be receiving your text personally, but for others might be okay, right? So you can text them, right? So, but of course, you need to get a clearance, okay, or the permission to text them personally, okay. All right, next. So you can refer to they are all the head of the postgraduate program, okay. According to the department, okay. So we have a Department of Earth and Environmental Sciences, Department of Biological Sciences and Biotechnology, okay, and then also Department of Chemical Sciences, Department of Mathematics Sciences, Department of Food Sciences, and Department of Life Physics, okay. So later on, you are going to break into the group, and then you see them. So any questions that you want to raise up, you just go to them, because they are under department, so they are more, they can give you more advice, more better advice, you know, to the general person or lecturers. So they can address your questions more in depth. So these are the lecturers or the head of the postgraduate program that you need to ask for. Okay, so I think for that, I think I end my slides here. So all the best. Okay, you have 2 to 3 years here. Okay, enjoy your life, and if you are really you have a leadership capability, you just join the club. Okay, join the club first, and then you can train your skills to become one of the leader in the future. Okay, that's all for today. For me, for the time being. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor, Associate Professor Dr. Khoo Kok Siong, for the briefing. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the end of our event for today. But before that, the floor is now open for question. So, I invite again Associate Professor Dr. Abdul Munir to answer the question.
Okay, thank you. Any question from today's briefing? 1, 2, 3. Okay, if not, then thank you very much. Okay, so I pass back to Dr. Ain, and Dr. Ain can guide you towards the respective room for your next meetings.
Okay, thank you very much, Associate Professor Dr. Abdul Munir. So after this, we will continue with respective program. briefing by heads of postgraduate programs at the specified location